So the leaks for Bluelock Chapter 349 have just been released, and this chapter is pretty interesting, as the chapter starts off with us still being at Bluelock Side B. We already had Kira and Shindo who ended up qualifying, and now we have the rest that are about to continue. We have Shigeo, who is going to be the person to choose his pair. He ends up choosing Nagi because he believes that Nagi is pretty cool and has some useful abilities. Shigeo and Nagi end up having a pretty interesting partnership. A lot of people view Shigeo as this meme character because of how exactly he looks like, but it is revealed in this chapter that his most useful ability is the fact that he can run, and he can run quite a bit. And this is how the partnership between Shigeo and Nagi begins, where they end up working together, and through some coordinated attacks using their weapons, we have Shigeo who ends up putting a lot of pressure onto the ball holder, which allows Nagi to predict exactly where the next pass will end up going, and using his abilities and his weapon, he ends up getting the ball. This time, they are able to successfully trap the ball, which ends up leading them towards clearing the stage. So from this specific pool, the two groups that have made it is the group of Nagi and Shigeo, and Kira and Shindo. This is what the first part of the chapter ends up dealing with. The next part of the chapter ends up having us finally go and see the reactions to the end of France versus Japan, where France ended up beating Japan 4-2. And what is pretty interesting is that we have a collective of key members in the Bluelock squad that are admitting the fact that they hold a level of responsibility. We have Shido that is pretty much mad, saying that this was the worst cellular burst that he has personally experienced, and he is pointing at one guy, Mr. Nuisance, and that guy is Rin. And Rin actually seems surprised that they are actually going after him, and this is what I don't like about Rin, because I personally don't have a lot of problems with Rin. I do see the slander that goes by, but after such a performance, I don't know why he's playing this gimmick of being surprised that people are mad at him. It is absolutely his fault in some way, shape, or form, because he ruined Isagi's goal scoring chance. Regardless of the fact that it goes in line with Bluelock's philosophy, I don't care. He still had a role to play. Because even when you see a character like Isagi who is apologizing for the fact that earlier on during the game he wasn't that effective, which is what allowed France to basically have the edge in the beginning, and we also have a character like Karasu who even put some of the fault on him, as he believes that he didn't elevate the level of Bluelock to where they were able to defeat France. So even a character like Karasu, who was Bluelock's best player and had a terrific game and came in clutch, allowing them to still be in this game versus France, he at least is taking some responsibility. But Rin, no, he's not gonna take any responsibility at all. This is actually disappointing from Rin, and I'm not even a Rin hater, but this actually is a terrible look. But at the end of this conversation, everybody is pointing out the fact that there is a problem with the philosophy of the current group, where Karasu points out the fact that there's problems with Ego's method, and Ego finally makes an appearance, where it seems like in the next chapter they're going to be finally detailing the philosophy of Japan moving forward, and this is going to be pretty interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's been your boy Dynasty, and I'm out, bro.